Coming from artillery, the Army being so specific to its branches, what about that culture and what you learned as a young artilleryman do you think you carried with you as a leader moving forward in your career?
Yeah, I would say all of it. And to explain, there's a couple of things I'm proud of that I keep reminding everybody. Number one, I'm still proud. I'm from Jasper, Alabama. Till the day I die, I'll be proud of that. I love my hometown. And I'll also be proud that I'm artillery. So probably in that order, I'm proud of both of those things. But it really taught me precision. You know, with artillery, you make one simple mistake and it's all bad. And even in training, those are real rounds, you know, kill real people if you make a mistake. So when you're doing a, combined arms live fire in your maneuver element during a company live fire, those are real people out there. You make one mistake, bad things happen. I've seen mistakes happen on the gun line. So it's that everything has to be exactly the way it's supposed to be. And it has to be done in a manner so quickly that you have to really train as a cohesive team. In order to fire a howitzer in 30 seconds, and that was the standard, that was an artillery standard for a long time, is that everybody on that crew has to work in exact sync, and there can be no mistakes in a 30-second time frame. So when you hear me talk about now as a Sergeant Major Army, cohesive teams. So that's it, is that I know that bond, when it all comes together, you can be extremely lethal, or it can all go bad in a matter of just 30 seconds. So when I look back at the discipline it takes to do that, the discipline it takes year after year to train to do that in 30 seconds, the precision, the physicality of that, to place a howitzer, you had 6 minutes. So same thing, in order to get that done in 6 minutes, everybody has to do their job. And if you make any mistakes, you're not gonna meet what was required. Why would I even talk about it? Well, I didn't want to, believe it or not. Someone found out because I didn't ever talk about, this thing. I just wanted to be a good soldier. So one day I was, told somebody, where I come from, and they said, you should tell your story. So I was asked, and I gave a little pushback. My story of my race, and because I thought I would be scrutinized for whatever reason, and unfortunately I was right. So I was really reluctant to kind of share that with anybody, because again, I just wanted to be a great soldier, and that's what I want to be remembered by. Not that I was biracial or this or that. Just want to be the best version of myself I could be. But I found out that's who I am. I don't need to hide it. It's not something I shied away with. I answer people's question when they ask me, what am I? Nowadays, I use it, doing it a little bit nicer way than I used to, other than human, because I usually know what they're asking. But it's just one of those things that people are curious, and I think I got to be a little bit more open when people start asking me, oh, your hair's kind of curly. Well, your eyes sure are green. It's like, okay, they're trying to ask in the nicest of ways. And I think most of the time they don't mean anything by it. I think as we come out of, the global war on terror, we're still there, still got troops in Iraq and Syria. I remind everybody that all the time. I think the Army, culture that we talked about earlier, is going to be super important. You have to prepare for combat every day. My favorite question when people ask me, why are you working out so hard? What are you doing? What are you training for? It's like Army, combat? I don't know what to tell you. That's the way I've looked at my life the whole time. I said, well, when the Army calls, am I going to be physically and mentally fit? You can't make that up. You can't go, oh, I wish I was in better shape. Man, I wish I'd qualified with my weapon a little bit more. I wish that I'd known my soldiers a little better before we deployed. I wish I knew their families. It's like, none of that works when you're getting on a plane. You can wish it, but it's too late. So I think the Army's gonna come out of that same area. We went through 20 plus years of combat, and that identity of getting ready for what. But here's what I know: when the world calls, we better be ready.